So, good morning, friends. I again welcome you back in this video lecture class, and today we are going to continue with Elegy written in a country churchyard, written by Thomas Gray. So, friends, if you remember, in the previous classes we discussed the age of Gray, the school of Gray, and some of the characteristic features of that early 18th century British literature, which is not exactly the Romantic era. But these poets are called the harbingers of Romanticism. They are called the precursors of Romanticism. So, we discussed some of the salient characteristic features of this age of transition when the poets who were writing during this time were following some of the new traits as far as form, expression, technique, subject matter, and content were concerned. But at the same time, they did not give up entirely the ancient mode of writing some styles. So it was a sort of fluctuation between the two edges, the neoclassical and the romanticism, right? That's why this is called the age of transition. Transitional age is always important because the poets, the writers, the thinkers who happen to be who happen to live amid such era are able to foresee that a new change would soon come in the field of social sciences, in the realm of social sciences, or in the arena of social sciences. So they clearly come to notice. That's why they adopt some of the changes, particularly uh, in the matters of content, in the matters of subject, and in the matters of mode of writing. But still, since they exactly do not belong to that new era, so there are found some of the ancient features of the previous age. So friends, Gray is one of them. So there are many such poets who are known as precursors of Romanticism. So here you are supposed to make a list of such poets, that who are the major harbingers of Romanticism. This question also comes in examination, that who are the major precursors of Romanticism, right? For one line question it comes. Even this question comes in NET and SLATE examination. So we are directly concerned with this matter, right? So uh, friends, now we straight come to the poem. This is Elegy written in a country churchyard, and first of all, you and we, everyone, should understand the meaning of elegy. Elegy has been one of the popular literary terms. So all such terms you can consult with the help of a glossary of literary terms written by M.H. Abrams. You must have that book. And if you want some more extensive large book on terms and theory and ages, then you could go for Cudden's Dictionary of Literary Terms and Theories. It is by Penguin Publication. It's a good book, right? And there is another book by M.H. Abrams that is very large, extensive, and stupendous book. So you can also consult that book. As I often say in every class of literature, that you cannot survive without the knowledge of terms, without the knowledge of ages and schools. So friends, elegy, what is the meaning of elegy? Elegy means that song. It is a song which is mournful in note. It is mournful in content. So it's a death song. So Elegy is that song which is sung on the death of someone. So when the rituals of burial are done, when in every religion, in every continent, in every cultural sphere, there are some rituals related to birth and death, related to marriage, related to some other social institutions. So in when someone dies, right? So a particular song is sung, right? So it is called death song. Elegy is a death song. But friends, this elegy is not being sung for one particular person, for one particular individual. It is a death song for a whole class. It is a death song for those classes of society which are not educated, which are not well qualified, which are resourceless, which are not resourceful, which could never go to big cities, towns to show their talent. It is an elegy for those people who were forced to live in rural areas and they were never exposed to the external world, to the outer world, and they were never able to present their caliber, their potential before the world. They had everything. They had potential, they had knowledge, they had power, but all these things require a sort of platform. All such things which are worshipped in the world, which are respected and acknowledged in the world, require a sort of space, require a sort of platform, require a sort of education, standard. All such things, even the talent, even the potential, the caliber, unless they undergo a process, can never come to the air. So the poet, through this elegy, presents his obituary. He dedicates this poem to all those who had everything in their lives, but they never could come to the forefront of society. They could never achieve success. They could never achieve fame, name, and opinion. In fact, friends, the poet, in a very pathetic way, writes, delineates through this elegy that the world worships success. The society worships name, fame, and opinion, right? But it is at the same time merciless. It never, acknowledges those who had everything, but looking to certain limitations of time and space, looking to certain limitations of resources, looking to certain limitations of wealth. They could never go to those institutions from where big personalities, big authorities are produced. So in this elegy, there we find a clear-cut division between the two classes of society. And friends, this is romanticism. To what extent and in what degree does Gray adopt the romantic features we could find in this poem? When he talks of peasants when he talks of farmers, when he talks of rustic people, and when he talks of the struggles of such people. You see, there are more struggles in the account of poor, because he struggles many times. He struggles against nature, he struggles against landlords, he struggles against the merciless rules and regulations of the revenue system of the country. And since he is resourceless, so he cannot send his wards to well celebrated schools and colleges and universities, right? So his struggle is manifold. So Gray is romantic when he talks of farmers, when he talks of peasants, when he talks of rustic people. Gray is romantic when he talks of woods, when he talks of nature. In the very first stanza of the poem, Gray talks of the twilight scene. Gray talks of one evening of a village where twilight has fallen, the tired farmers are coming back to their homes from their day-long work at field, right? And entire atmosphere is steeped in a sort of utter silence, except the noise of some jingers or some, there are the names of some insects we shall mention when we do the poem. So friends, in all these terms, in all this sense, Gray is romantic, and we can clear cut, we can have a very, a clear, conspicuous, very apparent idea of his approach towards romanticism, right? The way he writes, the very first line is very appealing of the poem. The curfew bell tolls the knell of the day. Let us pay attention on the very first line of the poem. The curfew tolls the knell of parting day. The curfew, the church bell. The curfew bell here means the church bell, indicates the parting of the day, means it is the time of evening, the day is dying and the night is falling. This is romantic style of expression. How do the romantic poets write? Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, weeping and singing by herself. Stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands. The opening lines of the Solitary Reaper. So now the video does not allow us more space, so friends, we have to stop here. So you not only read the poem, you not only enjoy the poem, but at the same time, students, you understand the concept of romanticism parallel to reading these poems. You not only read the text prescribed in your course, but at the same time, with all this, you go into details of the concept of romanticism. Thank you, friends.